welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. I'm J. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tess Mellis.
Hello, everyone. Podcast listeners, this is for you.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. And over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
Here we are. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. We're going to play What You Got today. We're going to hit the beach today to answer some of your NBA questions. But we start with a wedgie. And it's wedgie number 69 all together now. Nice. Yeah, Landry Shamet, very nice. Underneath the rim at the end of the third quarter. Has to get it up there to try and beat the buzzer, and he sticks the very interesting wedgie from that angle. He's under the rim as he sort of looped it up.
Yeah, a real loopy one.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it would have enough force to stick, but hey, who knows?
That's fascinating.
That's a good point.
Yeah, look at that pace. I mean, obviously, every wedgie we get now sets the all-time record for wedgies in a season. So 69, 70's happening. It's just, how high can we go with this thing?
And again, right at the buzzer.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
No.
How often?
But definitely counted.
Heard on the broadcast.
Got the shot
they said,
off.
I've never seen that before. Listen, I'm not sure I have either.
Nope. A wedgie at the horn.
Snowflake.
So great stuff from Landry Shamet there and the Knicks as they got a big win over the Grizzlies. But let's play a little What You Got.
What you got? What you got there? What you got?
What you got there? We got old graphics.
Yeah, baby.
We got to update that this summer.
Vintage graphics.
Yeah. It's one of these things you sort of just forget about. We do it, we use it, and then we're off and rolling another 10, 15 shows before we do it again. And then you're like, oh yeah, that. We'll get to it, don't worry. I got some fun What You Got questions for you guys, everybody in the stream team, play along, podcast listeners. This is our way to recap what happened in the NBA last night. Not a lot of defense played last night.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot of home wins either.
Not a lot of interesting results.
I think we had one home
Yeah.
win. Am I crazy? I think the Rockets won at home, and that's it. There's a lot of road wins. Who cares? Here's the first one. Nickeil Alexander-Walker scored 32 points as the Hawks routed the Magic 130-101 last night. Their 17th victory in their last 19 games. So the Hawks swept the season series with Orlando. They have a 3.5 game lead over them in the Southeast Division. They're rolling. We also had Reed Shepherd scoring 27 on a career-high 9 3-pointers made as the Rockets beat the shorthanded Bucks 119-113, their 4th straight victory. So both of these teams, the Hawks, the Rockets, they currently sit in the 5th seed in their respective conferences. So I want to know.
That's how you got there.
Yeah.
That's how you decided.
That's how Skeet's beautiful mind was working this morning. I want to know, more likely to pull off a first-round upset. Is it the Hawks or the Rockets? What you got?
Oh, I think it's the Atlanta Hawks. They are in that 5th spot, lining up right now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've got that 5th spot. They ain't going anywhere. They ain't dropping. They are in the spot, and it's so rare for an Atlanta team. I mean, since 2021, the Hawks have spent a total of 614 days between 7 and the 10th seed. No one else has even broken the 500-day mark. They are the 7th to 10th team. Thanks from Sportico for that stat. And to see them here 5th, I mean, prior to March 1st, they were the 14th best defense. Since then, they're the 3rd best defense. You saw that last night against the Magic. Ugh, what an ugly game. And the difference between the Hawks moving the basketball, bodies moving all over the place, while the Magic just slowly brought up the ball, and sometimes it was Paolo Banchero with a no-pass possession, while Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he had some moves and some buckets, some finishes that you wouldn't see from Nickeil Alexander-Walker all that much. He had everything going, 32 points for him, every advanced stat, fast break points, all for the Hawks, just out there sprinting. The Magic come out at home, out of the locker room, and we're not sprinting, even right away. You think in the locker room, Jamal Mosley would get them going maybe a little bit. Nothing. Just dead out there.
Franz Wagner back for the Magic, too.
Yeah, which is surprising that they just weren't ready. And the Magic fans out there just...
Is it surprising? The Magic are playing like they want their coach to be fired.
Yep.
Yeah.
28, 25, 19 turnovers in their last 3 games. That's 3 of their highest 6 this season. They've given up.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. So it's not surprising they would go into halftime, hear this guy talk, and be like, We're good.
Yeah,
This is a disgusting team right now.
It does seem, yeah. We saw them win 7 games in a row a couple weeks ago. I just thought maybe coming out of the locker room with Franz Wagner, they're supposed to be their best player, that we'd get some of it. No, the Hawks destroyed them in every single stat. Deflections, fast break. We mentioned Paolo Banchero. He's bad against the Atlanta Hawks this season. Played 4 games against them, lost all of them. Shooting 30%, 16 of 53. And I just thought, the turnover, like it's even so much that, yes, it just feels like they just want Jamal Mosley fired, because you see a guy like Paolo Banchero turn it over on one side, and then he gets back to the other side and just olays CJ McCollum to the rim. I mean, they just are ready to move on. There's no doubt about that. But I think the Hawks, they want the playoffs to start right here, right now.
Yes.
Right now.
One of the teams in the league that's like, let's go. Don't worry about these final 2 weeks. We don't care who we're playing.
Yeah, and I think they would want to play the Cavs.
Yeah.
That's why the Hawks have a better chance of pulling a first-round upset here, because the Rockets are getting either the Lakers or the Nuggets.
Yeah.
These are teams that are far ahead of the Cavs, though the Cavs have a chance still in the Eastern Conference. So far, 1-1 season series, Hawks and Atlanta. They somehow play twice next week. Seems ridiculous to me. The 8th and the 10th, I think. But the Hawks, prior to the trade deadline, prior to the All-Star break, were 8th in turnover rate. Since then, they're 3rd, and that's been the secret sauce for Atlanta defending, is they have a lot of same-size defenders. They're very physical, and they're very active as well. So they force a ton of turnovers. You look at the Cavs, they actually don't turn the ball over all that much since James Harden came over. They're 5th lowest turnover rate, because Harden's just a good playmaker, and, they play a style that limits turnovers. I do think maybe the Hawks could beat up Cleveland on the offensive glass, but Cleveland can be a good offensive rebounding team, can be a good defensive rebounding team as well. I think that would be an interesting series, Hawks versus Cavs, for sure, because, the Hawks are the play-in team. They don't have nearly as many postseason demons as the Cavs do. The Hawks just get into the playoffs and get smoked, whereas the Cavs, you're expecting them to win, and they don't look as good as they could. So, were they to match up, I'm probably going with Cleveland, but I think it could be a long series at the very least, and the Hawks could steal a few for sure.
Yeah, way they're playing for sure. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has got to be like, I haven't checked his odds here as of this morning, but they must be improving for his chances to win MIP. I don't think he's still going to do it, because hell, it might go to his teammate in Jalen Johnson. Obviously, Jalen Duren's come up in this conversation. Avdia has been on this board for a long time. But the run Nickeil Alexander-Walker is on right now is unreal. Like, his March was wild. Continuing here in April. This guy is 10th in the league in three-pointers made per game. That was shocking to me. I mean, he's hitting over 3 a game on 8 attempts per game at a really good percentage, of course. That's like 39%. But that's like, when you're looking at guys that hit a bunch of threes in games, it's Luka, it's LaMelo, it's Con Knippel, it's Ant, Trey Murphy III is there, Maxey, Murray, Mitchell, Brandon Miller, and then Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It's like one of those things is not like the other, if we're being honest, but he's there, and he's just really impressed. Paolo Banchero's still looking for him on that one play.
That spin move was pretty beautiful.
That was dirty, and then a pretty finish, too, up and under
nice.
the rim. Had Buddy Hield going nuts on the bench. Like, vibes are high right now with this team, led by him and Jalen Johnson.
Yeah. Again, they just want it right here, right now, because it is. I know it doesn't seem like it's far away, but you can start to be a little bit cold by the postseason. But either way, yeah, they are absolutely cooking.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker is the leader on FanDuel for most improved player right now.
Yeah. Wow.
He's minus 155, Duren's plus 155, then Denny and Jalen Johnson.
That's a little shocking
Further
to me,
off.
just because of the way this vote has gone for the last decade. Sort of goes to the guy that's turned into an all-star or an all-NBA level guy, like a Duren will be, like a Jalen Johnson will be, Avdia flirting with that, probably a little shorter down the list. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker, not an all-star this year is my point. I mean, well-deserving. This guy is obviously leveled up, but
Did you say Duren was yesterday? Did you say Duren was the favorite?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought you said that.
He said he was an all-NBA lock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be surprised, though, because he had like 30 and 15 yesterday.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he be the favorite yesterday? And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker has his 30-point game, and now he's the favorite.
Wow, it's
That's
moving
just
around.
a.
Do you think
smart.
Nickeil will win
It just it rides the player and how they're doing. That's for sure.
But do you think Nickeil Alexander-Walker will win most improved when they actually vote on this?
I think it'll be Duren.
Okay. My point is, I think As great as he's been, I think he's going to be like third or fourth still. I mean, he's had an awesome year. He's scoring over 20 points per game. Like I just went through the 3-point numbers. He's leading a team right now to a bunch of wins. It's great timing. Do it at the end. Timing. Don't do it at the beginning. Like maybe an Avdia or something like that. But I think the guys that did turn into all-stars and all-NBA guys, I think they're going to win it over him. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. FanDuel says I'm wrong.
We'll see. New theory. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's highlights are better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's highlights. I'm not totally in on it. Just something I've considered because his exciting plays are a little more exciting.
Yeah, I hear you.
He plays with a tiny bit more flair than Shai.
Yeah.
Shai's a metronome. He's getting his buckets, and you know how he's going to get them. He gets a wide open fast break dunk. It is a two-hander, barely put it over the rim.
Yeah.
Jog slowly back. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's making faces.
He's
celebrating his things.
For sure, yeah.
Oh, so the highlights are more about the reaction than the
It's the whole package.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, I'm just thinking we've seen two great highlights from Nickeil Alexander-Walker this week, or in the past 2 weeks. That lefty dunk and then that spin move was nice as well.
He also hit a half-court shot with his left hand.
Yes. That didn't make any highlights. It just flew under the radar.
Yeah.
Did you see the Goga Batadze hit on Jock Landale?
Yeah.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah,
he should be suspended.
I mean, late in this game, too. You know,
These guys have been fighting each other the entire season, the Hawks and the Magic, dating back to like Desmond Bane getting in a fight with Onyeka Okongwu, and then they were talking trash about Desmond Bane. They're like, that guy doesn't want to even be there.
Yeah.
But he got better. But that was pretty bad, I thought, by Goga. Literally hurt Jock Landale.
As for the Rockets, any thoughts on them? I mean, Reed hit a bunch of threes and was back in the starting lineup. That was something we had just talked about after Tari Eason got the one start against the bigger squad, but they go back to him and he splashed a bunch of threes. You know, this was a somewhat close game. You had a bunch of Bucks guys like, you know, Ousmane Dieng and Pete Nance and Cormac Ryan. Yeah.
Where do you have them on your all-time big three list?
Yeah.
Dieng, Nance, and Ryan. 36, 28, and 25. For the Bucks last night. This was a weird game. Bucks played zone a ton, and Houston beat them the way you beat a zone. They made a ton of threes. They moved the ball, and they got busy on the offensive glass. 18 threes for Houston, 9 of them coming from Reed Shepherd, who was just launching from deep.
Yeah.
He was hitting 30-footers all night, 30 assists for the Rockets, 12 offensive rebounds as well. That's 4 straight 30-assist games for Houston. They've done that in 6 of their last 9. That is also nice. Coincides perfectly with Alperen Şengün getting back on the court. They're 26 in assist ratio for the entire season, but their last 9 games, they're 8th. That's just something I'm noticing because they're looking a lot more cohesive on the offensive end. They've actually played decent teams as well. 5 of their last 9 games have come against playoff teams, so it's not just the Bucks who they're beating, but I think it is good to see the Rockets looking like they're on the same page with each other. That's very encouraging. The third quarter was just so weird, though. Rockets shot 57%. They turned the ball over 2 times. They played a great offensive quarter, and the Bucks cut into the lead because they made 10 threes.
Yeah.
So it was literally just the Rockets trading 2-pointers for 3-pointers, and the Bucks clawing their way back in. Pretty impressive from them to get these big games from Ousmane, Pete, and Cormac. A dude named Cormac Ryan. That's an author name. That is not a basketball name. But he was hooping. He was hooping
He's
too.
getting an opportunity right now.
Yeah.
I like that the Rockets with the whole NASA launch, you know, we're going to go around the moon. We are going around the moon, Artemis 2. They're wearing the or having the floor, I guess I should say, with the dunking astronaut over the last 2 games here at home. Nice touch.
Really nice touch.
By the Rockets with the branding there across the board.
And a nice moment for nice opposing team is what I'm trying to get at for Reed Shepherd to be lined up against the Milwaukee Bucks here. To come back into the starting lineup, he's peaking right here at a very, very good time. Those 9 threes, that is a huge number, the most he's ever hit. And getting close to the most the Rockets have ever had in a game. 10 is the most by Harden, Van Vliet, Dylan Brooks, and Chandler Parsons.
Wow.
Reed is second.
So I guess
What a list of guys.
Reed will probably break it here at
some
one
point.
Yeah.
Harden 10. You think maybe a little bit more, but you know,
A little shocked that I guess
it'd be
capped
more.
out at 10 that he didn't have a 12 or
Yeah, a
a
little
13
bit,
under his belt. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next what you got here. Victor Wembanyama scored 41 points for the second straight game. He grabbed 18 boards. He blocked 3 shots. Spurs ran away from the Warriors, 127-113. Extended the Spurs win streak to 10 straight. Wemby, now the youngest player to drop 40-plus points and 15-plus rebounds in back-to-back games in NBA history. But as you'll see here, and this one I did check. I should have checked MIP while I was over there. Still second, Wembanyama is in the MVP odds on FanDuel. So SGA, still the favorite. Wemby in second at plus 300. But my question off of this, TK, you go first. The what you got is, how many MVPs is Wemby going to win when it's all said and done? Future MVPs maybe doesn't include this year, right? Is it 1? Is it 2? Or do you go 3+ for Wembanyama? What you got?
3+ for sure. I didn't even think about it for a second.
Woo!
I would honestly go 4+. I think he's going to be an all-time great.
Okay.
I've said it a million times. This is the first guy that I've showed my 11-year-old and 9-year-old his highlights and been like, you're probably going to think he's the best player of all time when you're my age.
Fair.
And all the guys that you think of as best players of all time have 4 or more. We're talking Kareem, Russell, MJ, Wilt, LeBron. That's it.
Yep.
They started winning them when they were pretty young as well. Kareem won 6 in his first 11 seasons. That's amazing. His first at 23 years old, he came in as the best player in the league, basically. LeBron got his first in year 5 at 24. MJ got his first in year 4 at 24. Moses Malone got his first one in his 4th pro season at 23 years old. That's how old Wemby will be next year. 23 in his first or his 4th NBA season. So I don't think 4 is out of the reach at all for Wemby. He's guaranteed to be the best defender in the league for the next decade. Mm-hmm. So that's getting him pretty high on MVP ballots. Sure. Since March 1st, he's averaging 28 points per game and 30 minutes per game. He's going to get better. He's going to get stronger. I think there's a world where he's a 50, 40, 90 guy. And if you're the best defender in the league and you're putting up 30 a game, on even if he's like 48, 38, 88, if he's getting close, that's easily MVP status. So he's going to be the best player in the league next season. I said it before, Zach Lowe. Don't forget about that. So yeah, this is an easy over 3 for me.
Yeah. MVPs just depends on what the voters value. I think that's what it comes down to when thinking about Victor Wembanyama, because the player is going to have 3 or 4 or more. Yeah, I think it's easy. We're witnessing something extremely different here. He's showing us right now at the perfect time here as he goes into his first playoffs. 41, 18, and 3 yesterday, back-to-back 40 and 15 games. The youngest player in NBA history to record 40 and 15 in back-to-back games at 22 years and 88 days. More stats are fun with this guy. 275 points, 132 boards, 34 blocks over the Spurs' 10-game streak. Since 2000, only AD, Shaq, and Duncan are players who've done that, and only Shaq and Hakeem put up those numbers over 10-game win streak in the history of the NBA. So he is just a different player. Since February 1st, Victor Wembanyama has only lost 1 game. Just 1 game. That's 2 months. Yeah. The Spurs have lost 2. He didn't play in one of them. So we're just witnessing a different player. Simple as that.
I went and checked ESPN. I remember they had a poll, an informal poll on Wemby after his rookie season, asking basically this question, how many MVPs does he have in his future? And this was the breakdown. Remember, this was after his rookie season. 1 MVP was about 10% of the vote. 2 was about 16%. 3 was 63%. And then 4 and 5 were like 5% each, 5 or more, I should say. So people even went higher than the 3. But what I'm getting at here is I feel like that 3 to be included with the other greats. You went through everybody with 4 or more, Trey. There's also Bird with 3, Jokic with 3, Magic Johnson with 3, and then Moses Malone, right, with 3 too. So yeah, I'm voting here. I'm going the 3+, and I think though I'm more 3 than 4 or more. I guess just we of course see the voter fatigue with guys and all that. It could play a part too. And he's also 7'4", 7'5", 7'6". I think Bill Simmons is telling me he's 7'7" now. Always going to be some injury scare with a guy of his size, no matter how much yoga he does. So, I guess when Shaq was doing crazy things early on, if we had done this then, we'd probably go, Shaq's winning multiple MVPs. He doesn't, right? He doesn't in the end because of other talent in the league and other factors and stuff like that. But unlike Shaq, I don't see Wemby coming into some seasons sort of out of shape, not focused, and then getting into game shape to kick ass in the postseason. He'll probably come in more locked in. So I'm voting 3+ too.
Yeah.
Seems the stream team is as well.
Yeah, they're 67% say 3+.
Oh man, we're so close to another 69 reference. Wow. Any other thoughts on his game last night or what he's doing here?
No. I mean, in comparison to Shaq, this guy's always going to be Defensive Player of the Year too. So there's that part. I mean, he's going to come in and transform that. It's all up to the MVP voters, really, what it comes down to. But otherwise, if this guy's playing, then yeah, he's going to get a lot. A lot of MVPs.
Last night wasn't quite as easy for Wemby as it was against the Bulls when he was playing against the tiniest guys of all time, but this one was still pretty easy. The big guys that the Warriors threw out were Malavi Leon, 6'9", and Big Yurt, Omer Yurtseven, 6'11". I mean, those guys are a little bit bigger than the Bulls had, but come on. Draymond was guarding him for a while, challenging him to shoot jumpers, and Wemby went 5 for 9 on jumpers.
Yep. He's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you don't want me to do it? You want me to shoot a wide open shot? I'll do it. Like at one point he shrugged. He's like, I make a mid-ranger. You can step out and guard me. It's only a 15-footer. That's like almost a layup.
Yeah, for him it is. You're right.
Those guys were tiny in comparison. I mean, Leon's literally can't shoot with his right hand. He's banged up. He's at the free throw line shooting with his left hand, his off hand. I mean, so he's playing a C team here. And of course he's going to score. Speaking of left hands, that finish that he had with the left hand, when he was a thrunk dunk. Yeah, he was spectacular. It's a special time. And I know we're just living in the moment a little bit, but I mean, this guy he's gearing up for the playoffs. He's not going to slow down by any means. He's going to play more minutes. He's going to be Wemby, which is a special dude.
Next one here. The Celtics scored 53 points. Their biggest scoring first quarter ever in the opening 12 minutes of their game against the Heat last night. Boston's barrage is tied for the second highest scoring first quarter in NBA regular season history. Again, 53 points in the first quarter. Jaylen Brown finished with 43. Tatum, first triple-double of the season. Big win. Meanwhile, up in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan, the ghost of DeMar DeRozan, came back to haunt the Raptors. He scored 14, I think it was, of his 28 points in the fourth quarter. And Precious Achiuwa, who used to play for the Raps too, he kicked their ass. 28 points, season high, 19 rebounds. Kings beat the Raptors, Tass. 123-115.
Oh, I know.
More shocking, the Celtics first quarter where they dropped 53 points on the Heat, or the Kings beating the Raptors?
Yeah, the Raptors losing is more shocking in the way they came out and allowed Precious Achiuwa to dominate. Precious Achiuwa literally dominated the Toronto Raptors last night. 28 points, 19 boards, 11 offensive boards. He was bodying whoever, including Scotty Barnes. He was bodying everybody. Scotty Barnes did not bring the funk. He did not bring the force in this game. And it came down to the fourth quarter. The Raptors made up for it and said, okay, we're going to make a close game here. And DeMar was doing his thing. But it came down to the few minutes left. I thought this possession just stood out for me, where DeMar went in and he missed, and Scotty Barnes kind of went out bounds because of it, because of the physical hit. And he came back in, and DeMar just grabbed the ball and put in an offensive rebound because nobody, including Scotty, went after him. And that was the game right then and there. They did not have the fight level in this game, and so their lock into the top 6 is gone. Yeah. They literally lost it. I would say last night, their last 2 losses. I mean, they don't have Quickly, sure. They don't have Ingram, sure. But they have to beat the Sacramento Kings.
They're going to say,
no, they literally were locked into a top 6 seed until yesterday. And now it's gone. Now they're virtually tied with the 7th seeded Sixers, but the Sixers have a tiebreaker. So they're gone. They're gone from the play-in. Their schedule is not easy. I think it's over as far as finishing in the top 6. So that was surprising. Yeah. I mean, they missed 10 free throws. Yeah. There's lots of excuses. But at the same time, the effort level was not there. So very disappointing.
They played with fire and got burned last night. That was a team going, we're playing the Kings. We don't need to bring the effort for all 48 minutes. We can bring it for, a quarter and probably win this game. Like you said, it was close. They got close, but it blew up in their face. And, DeRozan hit a big shot in the corner, and, this guy can obviously hit clutch shots, and, getting embarrassed by Precious Achiuwa. Like, it's one thing for DeRozan to hit a bunch of shots in the fourth quarter. We've seen it a million times. He scored like 13,000 points for Toronto. Precious Achiuwa?
Yeah, he was killing.
Masai Ujiri must have been laughing last night. This guy had a new job with the tempo. He believed in Precious Achiuwa, and now he comes back and just cooked their ass. Embarrassing, you're right. And they are, because they have a tie with the Sixers, but the Sixers, they split the season series, and the Sixers have a better record with their division. So
the old
Raps are going to be
Atlantic Division tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it's done. It's done. It was fun while it lasted. But now they're a play-in seed. That's very demoralizing.
Okay. So this is
and
probably the answer.
Team, that's trending the wrong way. Whereas you look, I guess Orlando's not playing well. Neither is Miami, but Charlotte is a scary one for Toronto, especially with the way that the Kings were scoring last night. Like the Raptors couldn't stop a pick and roll.
No.
Barrett was getting cooked. Barnes was getting cooked. Jacoby Walter was just seeing the backs of jerseys the entire time. When the Kings did miss, they grabbed the offensive rebound. 11 for one player is insane for President Chua, but 19 total as well. And you're right, the DeRozan one really stuck out. Like the ball just bounces on the floor. He's out of bounds, steps in, grabs it. Easy bucket there. That was an ugly loss.
Yeah, Scotty wasn't there. I mean, he was complaining about that particular foul or whatever before the ball went in. I mean, he was just, he wasn't there, and the team was not there. Again, they got injuries or whatever, but Jamal Shead was fighting. I don't know where the fight
Jamal
was.
Shead made it a game. Yeah. He was a big reason it even became a game. Okay, so that's probably the obvious answer. Any thoughts on the Celtics dominating first quarter and,
That was a
and the
wild
Heat
first
giving up
quarter.
a lot of points? Yeah.
Yeah, both teams were on pace for 200 points after 6 minutes, but then Miami started missing and Boston did not. They never started missing. They scored their first 6 possessions. I think they went 21 of 26 possession-wise in the first quarter because they had a couple where they even grabbed the offensive rebound and put it in, including like Peyton Pritchard scoring right at the end of the quarter. None of these stops that the Heat got were consecutive. So, yeah, that was quite the first quarter for the Celtics. They're a dangerous offensive team. When they're hitting threes, they're unguardable, and they were raining threes in the first quarter last night.
Yeah, they made 11 three-pointers in the first quarter. Sam Hauser was 5 for 5. He played all 12 minutes because he was on fire. Jaylen Brown had 20 points in the first quarter by himself. That's the 9th 20-point quarter of his career if you include the playoffs. So that's why they were up 20 at the end of the first quarter. They were shooting 20 of 28 from the field. And the Heat, I saw this from Ziller this morning, the Heat have given up 130-plus points in 6 of their last 9 games. They have fallen out of the top 10 in the league in defense. They're number 11th currently. They were the 4th-ranked defense in the league before the All-Star break and are number 21 since. So, sort of fallen off a cliff. The Heat defense, that culture, right? That hard work and tenacity. All that stuff. They just gave up a lot of points right now.
53 points is a lot, but it also just a great sign for the Celtics who are peaking at the right time with Jaylen dropping 43 in this game, his 7th 40-point game of the season, but peaking at the right time. And Tatum, his first triple-double since returning from the Achilles injury, also peaking at the right time. 3rd consecutive 25-plus point game for him, 28, 18, and 11. Those are great stats, and it just shows that this team is ready. And if the Raptors end up with the 7th seed, I mean, it's going to be a bloodbath in that first round against this Boston Celtics team because they will be playing very well. There's no doubt. Whoever they play, it could be the Hornets, but they're going to destroy whoever they play.
Final one here, sort of pulling some strange headlines from yesterday. The NBA fined the Portland Trailblazers $100,000 for illegal contact made with Yang Hansen in December 2023, 2 years before the 7-footer from China was drafted. The league also suspended 2 assistant general managers for 2 weeks without pay because of all this. Then we learned yesterday, Grizzlies forward Brandon Clarke was arrested in Arkansas on charges that included speeding and possession of a controlled substance. So, wilder story from yesterday, TK. The Blazers and these assistant GMs being suspended and the fine there to the team, or the Brandon Clarke of it all. What you got?
Well, I mean, I was a little surprised by Brandon Clarke just because we haven't hardly talked about him at all. I think he played 2 games for the Grizzlies this year, but we have seen and heard players be arrested for speeding and weeding, which is what it appears he was doing. I think the Blazers story kind of came out of nowhere. Apparently, they self-reported this violation. Their 2 assistant GMs went over and scouted Hansen in 2023. Apparently, they made some kind of contact, so they told the league, we did something wrong. But it can't be that wrong because they got fined $100,000 and these guys got suspended for 2 weeks. A 2-week suspension. That's very weird. But also, like, they did get fined. I mean, it's a tiny, tiny amount.
Yeah.
Like, their team just sold for $5 billion. So they got it. So a tiny fine, 2 tiny suspensions for a guy that nobody else would have taken in the first round.
No.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's super surprising. But it makes sense that they are the ones who did it, who drafted Yang Hansen, who was sitting way up high in the Barclays Center. He wasn't amongst all the other draftees. He was out there in the crowd, and they picked him. Well, no one else was going to pick him because they knew they were going to pick this guy. They'd been talking to him since 2023, and I assume told him, you're being drafted at some point, man. Maybe, 2025, come on over.
Didn't the Blazers, they traded back, didn't they? Didn't they have like the 11th pick? And that was a coward trade with the Grizzlies for a future
Sounds
first-round
right.
pick.
Yeah,
so
sounds
my
right.
point is, they were like, well, this guy nobody else knows about is going to be there at 16, so let's get some future draft capital. I'm pretty sure that was a coward Young Hansen thing. Yeah. So anyway, they got dinged for it here, and a couple guys got a couple weeks off. They'll pay the 2 assistant general managers. As for the Clarke thing, I gotta be honest. I saw this break on Twitter yesterday on X. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. Because, and JD, you've got the photo here. They had the booking, and this was making its way around the internet. And like, I don't know, I thought it was just like a doppelganger, Brandon Clarke, and maybe somebody else named Brandon Clarke. I just thought it was a weird April Fool's Day joke. I didn't believe it. So I just like, okay, yeah, whatever. That's a weird joke. That's a weird prank. Okay, internet. Sort of moved on with my day, and then I'm like, oh no, this is real. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, you never see him with his hair down when he's playing.
Yeah,
It's always
I guess
pulled
so.
back.
Guess so. And like you said, I mean, we just haven't seen him.
Yeah,
he just
exactly.
hasn't played,
Barely
and
plays.
he's shut down for the rest of the year and all that.
Also, a rare afternoon arrest. You don't see that very often. Usually it's a late night.
Yes.
I mean, this is a 1 p.m., and he's still detained 7 hours later, and he still appears to be detained nearly 24 hours later. So that is
true?
a scare.
Wow.
That's a scary situation there. And so the full cross-county sheriff report and exactly what he said, charged with possession of a controlled substance, trafficking a controlled substance, improper passing and fleeing vehicle, and exceeding the speed limit. So yeah, it seems to be a little bit more involved than a standard arrest that we see.
And he's in Arkansas, but it's like an hour, I guess, away from Memphis, where he was, I think is what the report said. Yeah. Otherwise, last night, Jokic clinched, averaging a triple-double for the 2nd consecutive season as the Nuggets beat the Jazz. Jamal Murray was on fire. He hit 10 threes. He's cooking right now. I mean, this could be a very fun matchup first round if it is Nuggets-Rockets. Did you see Jamal Murray's pass off the glass to Christian Brown? Yeah. I don't know if it was meant to be done. I don't know if it was a shot or not. I don't know if anybody asked him. I should have pulled the clip for everyone so we could have decided, but it was pretty wild. A hell of a finish from Christian Brown. Whether it was an actual assist off the glass, like an alley-oop I'm talking about, to Brown on purpose or not, I'm not sure. And then Paul George.
But they celebrated right after, right? I didn't.
Yeah, like they celebrated.
I saw a photo. Speaking of photos that didn't look real, Jamal Murray and Christian Brown. I couldn't even recognize Jamal Murray. It looked a little different last night. But if they're celebrating, I think he meant to do it. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
He jumps up to get a rebound.
It's insane.
He follows his shot to get a rebound. So I think it was maybe
He just
not
missed
completely.
it quite by a lot off the glass, and Brown, like Johnny on the spot, like dunk. It looks awesome.
It does look cool.
It looks
Yeah.
very cool. And then Paul George scored a season-high 39 points. Sixers overcame Joel Embiid's absence because of an illness that I don't think he knew he was sick. I don't know if you saw that yesterday. He was like joking. He's like, what? I'm not in the lineup?
You have diarrhea?
I don't think so.
It happened to him one time in the playoffs. I remember that. Yeah.
Marcus Olitis. No, he didn't play though, but Paul George was awesome, Tass. And he is playing well here since having a very long break because of the suspension. 15 of 22 from the field, 6 threes, 6 assists, 5 boards. He's going to be in a boy running.
Oh, Paul George. I've been watching his moves, the drives, the step backs. He had the pull back through the legs. It looks like old Paul George. Most and a half since 2022. So most and a half as a Sixer. Those 24 points in the first half that he had. Yeah, he looked like ISO George out there. I mean, it was just up to him to do whatever he wanted. So that's a heck of a performance, peaking at the right time as they go into the playoffs.
Yeah. And season high 39. I guess that's his career high with the Sixers, I think, too. 39. I don't think he's done
Could be,
that.
yeah.
And not a shock it came against the Wizards.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Sixers are in the same position as the Raptors last night.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
playing a team you got to beat.
Yes.
One team did.
Yeah, and like the Raptors, you're missing one of your main guys. Obviously, the Raps missing Ingram and quickly, but they're missing Embiid. Yeah, no, they actually put up. They didn't take the team lightly and played hard right from the get go. And yeah, the Wizards can't stop anybody. They scored over 150 points for crying out loud. But Paul George,
But nobody got 83.
Nobody got 83.
Yeah,
no,
not last
That's
night.
a small victory for the Wizards. Any other thoughts on last night's games?
Not on last night's games, but when you see the Yang Hansen news come down, don't you just start thinking, are we ever going to hear anything about Kawhi Leonard aspiration deal?
Yeah.
It feels to me like Adam Silver is doing anything that comes across his desk to avoid having to do this. It's like tax season right now. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to do some laundry.
Yeah.
I'm going to go mow the lawn.
I'm doing that right now.
I'm going to
100%.
power wash the driveway. I got to
Yep.
get all this pollen out of here. All right, I guess I got to do my taxes.
Yeah.
How many things are we going to hear about before we actually hear about this scandal?
Yeah, Adam Silver.
He's like,
is-
let me fix the All-Star game real quick.
Yeah, the NBA.
Tanking. I got a bunch of ideas for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NBA is definitely waiting until the summer when less people care about the NBA to announce whatever the punishment is for the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't think they're power washing, really. I just think they're just waiting for it to be as absolutely quiet as possible.
The deadest of dead times, huh?
Yeah, I think think
No, it's crazy.
They ain't in a hurry, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah, they're still investigating, guys.
Yeah,
the second time after Pablo Torre told him you should probably investigate. Okay, we'll do it this time.
Yeah, I was speculating as to when the league found out about this Portland Trailblazers scenario and how long it took them to find out. Because I wanted to decipher, I wanted to say, whoa, this took you 2 weeks? Steve Ballmer's report started a long time ago, but that didn't come clear when they learned about this Portland Trailblazers scenario, so I'll say that.
Well, yeah, but they are quicker to obviously give their judgment on any sort of player scandal or other
absolutely.
things. That's when a billionaire owner
Absolutely.
is involved here. It's like, oh, we'll take our time.
Yeah.
Well, make
I'd
sure
love
we
to
get
know
this right.
about Robert Parra with Memphis Grizzlies
sure.
as well.
Great one.
Yeah,
Great one.
I'm very interested in that.
There's a lot on Adam's desk, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
I was cool
It's
to
a lot
see.
easier to do the dishes.
It was cool to see Steph Curry in the pregame working
Yeah,
out.
yep.
I felt like, and then they came out afterwards saying he scrimmaged 5-on-5 on Tuesday, and he just needs one more of those before the go-ahead to actually play. He's sitting out tonight's game, but he may play on Sunday. That would be the earliest that he would play against the Houston Rockets. Just needs to clear one more 5-by-5 scrimmage to get her going. So that was cool.
Look, it makes the 9-10 game in the West a little more interesting if Steph
it
Curry
does.
is back and playing in it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think even with Steph at this part of his career and obviously coming back from an injury is going to like the Warriors are not like going to shock the world here and get into the playoffs and then beat the Thunder or something like that. That's not happening.
It's a bad
crazy
But it
run,
makes
man.
the game at least a little more exciting, that 9-10 game, and whether they can win with Steph. Because they have no chance without him. The lineup they have play, it's unreal. The Warriors. Like,
guess,
it's
yeah.
so
Yeah,
you guys went
yes,
through
it
it. You were
is.
naming guys. It's like,
Yes,
oh
it
my
is.
God.
Yeah, the great
LJ Cryer got his first start last
right,
night, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, the great Dutchman Malave Leons
Yes.
is not winning with his left hand. He literally can't shoot with his right hand. He's out there at the free throw line shooting with his left hand. So no, they went.
That's how bad it
if
is.
You look at that free throw. I mean, he can't even shoot it straight. It was like a half foot right, like way off, because he can't do it. So no, this it is unfortunate. I do want to buy in because I'm Mr. Positive Pete. Maybe the Warriors can make a series, but they're also
No,
lined up to two horrible opponents when you got OKC and the Spurs. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah.
They are hinting that Steph is supposed to come back Sunday, I believe, though.
Yeah.
Good day to return.
That's right. That's right. Wow, man. Easter already this weekend. So early in April. All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll hit the beach.
Only a few more days until the biggest dance, and this year it starts early. NCAA men's final starts at 8:30 Eastern. That's early. Last year was 8:50 for the men's final. The year before that it was 9:20. It's getting earlier. I like that a lot for us on the East.
You think it really tips at 8:30?
Last year they listed it as 8:50. This year they're listing it as 8:30. So it's early. It's going to be early.
4-9 is okay. Fine. Yes.
Yeah, but it used to be listed as 9:20. I mean, that's stupid late.
Right.
That's
and
2
playing,
years ago.
They're playing in Indianapolis, right, this year. That's where they are. So that's good.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
I'm just going through the time zones where they are. Because sometimes.
What does it matter where the
Well,
time zone is?
I think when they're on the West Coast or further west, they're more likely to go even later, is my point.
Yeah.
For us East Coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they listed it, that's when they're going. That's when the dances start. So get those shoes signed. Get them shined. Get that vest buttoned and your suspenders snapped real early. You're going to get on that floor. Right now, new FanDuel customers get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day if your bet loses. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day through the final on April 6th. Even if you lose in one of the semis, you got a shot for the rest of the tourney, from game props and money lines, the spreads, totals, futures, and more. You can even mix things up with same game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to fill your bracket, FanDuel's gotcha. Visit the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. FanDuel, you know it's time to dance.
Oh, yeah. Hey, dancing. I know you're going on a little break here because the kids are off. I think you're going down to a resort.
Yes.
They must have silent disco. Can you please record a video of yourself doing the silent disco, slapping the floor, dancing away? I just think
like
it'd be a
those
great
clips?
video. Yeah, it'd make me laugh. I've never seen it in person. I only see clips online. I've never been around. I've never seen with my own eyes a silent disco, or obviously partaken in one. Yeah.
I got to say, this resort, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have it.
Come on.
Sorry to
I thought they
disappoint.
all had it now. Because it keeps, there's no noise complaints for everybody. It's sort of brilliant.
Are you allowed to slap the floor?
They might kick him out.
No!
They might kick him out. Yeah. Taz is fake slapping the floor.
I don't. And
Padded floors.
I'll slap a floor, whether there's music or not. But I don't think in other countries they care about the noise. Like, they just let it rip.
Yeah, that's true. You're going to
we're going to the Caribbean. Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I was in one though. Actually, we just recently talked about when I said my favorite magazine was Essence magazine at the Chicago Music Festival that I was at. We got hold on. I was in New Orleans. Mixing up music festivals. I was at a Chicago Music Festival having this silent dance. That's pretty fun.
Oh, so you have done it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Let it rip. It's weird.
Now,
It's weird.
are you at what? Were you at one where everybody is listening to the same song? Because there's other ones I think where.
Whoa, come on.
I think so. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
There's
you can
ones
pick
where
your
like people
song.
have different songs going.
That's messed up, man. I don't like that at all.
I don't either. There's something weird about that.
No,
Okay.
it's all got to be the same.
I'm with you. Okay.
Or at least, I would accept everybody can have their own song if they're all the exact same tempo.
Yeah. Beats
So
per
everybody's
minute.
dancing at the same rate, but to
maybe
different times.
different lyrics.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, Tass will be actually stepping on a beach as soon as tomorrow, but we're gonna do it right now, right here. A little
You
beach
got the
step.
buzz, I got the rockets. You got the nuts, I got the chocolates. We got that chit chat down pat, blah blah blah. You got that certain special, je ne sais quoi. Let's go to the beach, baby.
Yeah, we're on the beach reading your emails and your tweets, and let's just get right into it. First one from Declan in Scotland. Hey, No Dunks crew. On some recent pods discussing the Suns' recent form and potential improvement, you've mentioned Mark Williams quite a few times and his importance. Mark Williams comes up a lot here.
He does.
Yeah, I remember Mark coming into the league with the Hornets and then not much to say. My question, who is your NBA blink and you missed their ascension to a much better role than you had him in line for? Again, that's from Declan, Glasgow, Scotland. Good question.
I mean, Mark Williams is so interesting. The fact that he basically was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers last year, and then all of a sudden, the physical didn't pass. It was just Dalton Connect and a pick. The Lakers would take that back in a heartbeat, I imagine, after watching Mark Williams. Would you rather have Mark Williams over DeAndre Ayton right now?
Aiden's playing.
Ayton's playing.
I don't know.
He's playing. Mark Williams also playing until this recent injury, but he's been playing pretty well. It's way younger than DeAndre Ayton.
He is?
I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Sure doesn't
Feels
look-
like it. Maybe it's
sure
just the
doesn't
look of
look
Mark.
like
I guess Ayton drafted in 2018. Yeah, Mark Williams is only 24. How old is Ayton?
He's got to be older than that.
He's got to be 27.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Mark Williams looks way older than 24.
Okay. Anyway,
Toss up. Yeah.
Anybody got an answer to this, though, besides the Mark Williams of it all? A blink and you missed like their ascension to sort of a pretty good player.
I think this happens with like everybody that the Celtics have.
Oh, I have the Celtics, so
I
you probably got.
I have 4 Celtics.
Okay.
Luke Cornett.
Yep.
He was a failed stretch 5 for the Bulls.
Yep.
Jim Boylan was trying to compare him to Robert Horry. He wasn't Robert Horry. Turns out he's just a good backup big who offensive rebounds and slam dunks, alley-oops.
Robert Horry.
Yeah. Oh,
I forgot about that
this was a
comparison.
We're talking about the dumbest coach in NBA history, so we can't totally factor in that. Peyton Pritchard, guy requested a trade because he never got an opportunity. Then he won 6th Man of the Year. Mm-hmm. Now he's like a 20-point-per-game scorer. Neemias Queta was like a backup for the Sacramento Kings. Now he's a good starter for the Boston Celtics, and by God, they've done it again with Baylor Baggins.
Oh, boy.
They got this guy
awesome.
start for like 20 games, and now he looks awesome coming off the bench for the Celtics. So I kind of think that anybody the Celtics get their little fingers on turns into a great, great player.
Well, that's interesting because I have one that they maybe got away from them and turned into a really good player. Aaron Nesmith.
Aaron Nesmith. That's true.
Right?
That's very
Yeah.
true.
No, drafted high draft pick, like 14th overall by the Celtics in 2020. Same year as Peyton Pritchard, if I remember correctly. And he didn't have much of a role, though. Like, Pritchard got a lot more of the minutes when Kemba Walker got injured. Nesmith was struggling to crack the rotation. This was when Brad Stevens was the coach. He eventually made a good impression, started to play a little more regularly. But in the second season, his minutes dipped even more. He shot poorly in limited role. He did make the finals with them. I mean, he was on that team that made the finals. But then he was traded to Indy in the summer in the Malcolm Brogdon deal. And that's where things took off for him. He's like, he's a great, great player. He agreed to a 3-year, $33 million contract the first time there and got the starting role and is, I think, a very important piece. We saw him have huge playoff moments and just an awesome 3-and-D guy. So that was one that got away from the Celtics. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of 3-and-D guys, I think Peyton Watson is growing into that right now. I'm watching him in 2023 when they went to the finals, his rookie year. You just saw this athletic guy in practices. I watched him. I thought, wow, this is amazing. But he's turned into a fantastic defender. There's some games this year against Kevin Durant, against Jaylen Brown. He looks really, really good. The offense has come this year. We'll see if he can do what he's done this year regularly because he was awesome in that starting role where he's able to create for himself and the three-point shot went up. That's going to be hard for him to do, but somebody's going to pay him a ton of money. He's a restricted free agent. I don't think the Nuggets are willing to give him as much as he's going to get from somebody else. Now, restricted free agency is different right now in the CBA. Teams aren't willing to give a lot of money, it seems like. But with this guy, I think you have to. And so there's lots of talk. The Lakers here. It's a big rumor for Peyton Watson going there. But he is good. He is very good. And I wonder if he's going to be with the Nuggets next year. We shall see. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I know he's on a sort of another level, but he's a guy that I didn't see coming. After the way he started with New Orleans, he was the starter with Zion. Here he goes. And it was bad. I mean, they traded him away. You're going to Utah, my man. You're going to Portland, my man. Then Minnesota got this secondary role on the bench, but now he's grown into a different guy here with the Atlanta Hawks. I didn't even see that coming into this very comfortable guy shooting on the move, dribble handoffs, left, right, catch and shoot. I mean, he really can finish with both hands. As we talked about that shot from mid-court with his left hand, but he is so good. So yeah, that I didn't see it coming.
That's fair. I think if you had asked us, a lot of people, do you think Nickeil Alexander-Walker will score 20 points per game this year for the Hawks? I don't think many people go that high, even if you loved him as much as I did. And obviously how he played in the playoffs with Minnesota, it's like, nah, I don't think he's that type of guy. But the fact that he's doing it, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the most improved
Helps
player
being in
awards.
the East.
It does.
And the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
No
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And he's a great defensive player, too. So Quinn likes him there and alongside Dyson, and then CJ comes after the Trae Young trade. So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it came too early, that opportunity for him at the beginning with Zion. Maybe it just didn't work there, but they gave him the keys, basically, to start, and it didn't work out there. But the reason why he may win most improved, maybe, is because of that points climb from 9.5 last year to 20.5 this year. Yeah.
Hell of an increase.
All right, moving on here. Hey, No Donkey Bunch. I was listening to your discussion on the 65-game cutoff for NBA awards and think that changing the formula to add 0 games to adjust season stats would avoid the issue of the hard cutoff. Keep a cutoff of games played, but then adjust the player's stats by adding 0 games. A 0 in every stat to calculate new averages. So rough calculations for Cade this year, 61 games played, averaging 24.5 points, 9.9 assists, and 5.6 rebounds. Adjusted with 4 0 games to get him up to 65, 23 points, 9.3 assists, 5.3 rebounds. Turn up, love you guys. Awesome. That's from Jono, longtime fan. Jono from Melbourne.
What do you think, TK? Has he got something here? Does this make a little sense to you?
Jono, You've done it.
You've done it.
This is great. This
I
is
don't mind
actually
it at
a
all.
very smart way to do it. I would even go further. Any game they don't play is a 0.
Oh,
It messes with a lot of averages.
It sure does.
For sure.
Sure
but
does.
it gives you a good read on who's being very valuable to their team for an 82-game season. I think this is pretty smart, actually.
0 games.
Yep, these are our readers.
Hold on, sorry,
I like it.
What
It's
was,
good.
What was your adjustment?
He's just saying do it for like 82.
Every game. Yeah,
so
all
if you
82
miss,
games.
Oh,
you miss
82.
17
You missed
games.
12
That's a
or-
lot of zeros.
yeah, I mean your numbers would plummet. But
Yeah.
your averages. But
I get you.
Don't miss games then.
don't miss games.
Yeah.
Simple solution.
There's something here though.
Definitely
even
there
just
is.
this tweak of whatever the line is, if it's still 65 games or 70 games, whatever it is. Okay, you don't hit it. You're just short, like Cade looks like he's going to be. Then that's fine. You just zero it up, and then these are his averages, and you're still comparing them across the board. He's still eligible for set awards, All NBA and MVP talk and all that.
Yeah, I like that.
I think
idea.
it's good.
I think that they're not going to get rid of the 65 and 82 because they don't like the idea. They're just going to get rid of it because it's horrible to talk about the number of games, right? I mean, that's why.
Why do you think they're going to get rid of it? Silver's sure not making it seem like that.
65 of 82.
He's like, it's working.
It's just so low. And to hear in any circle, basketball players, they only have to play 65 of 82 just to have that reverberate around fandoms. It's just so low. I mean, a league using 65 82s as a base I think it's just a black mark against the league. And, in different
So
different
you want
way.
to go the opposite way.
I just don't want it. I don't want to hear
you
it.
just don't want to.
Just get rid of it. I mean, that's literally it's demoralizing. I think. I mean, that's 79% of games. 79% of games played. It's just so low.
It's almost an A.
What?
I don't know. Wasn't an
It's
A
almost
80%?
a B. B's
Wait,
an 80%.
B's an 80%?
90's an
in
A.
different countries.
No,
We
I
live in
think it's
different
different.
countries. Yeah.
Might be different from school board to school
Wow.
board for all I know.
80 was an A. Yeah.
80's an A in Canada?
Yeah,
A
used to.
plus was
Yeah.
a 90. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are our schools so bad? That doesn't make sense. Maybe we need to lower the standards.
Yeah, we got to get rid of and we got to get rid of these numbers. I mean, the benchmark should be 70 of 82. That's 85% of games. I mean, the problem is
Well, why is it 58 games played then for all the actual calculations to make boards for points per game and rebounds per game and assists per game?
to
So that's the other
qualify
way, yeah.
to qualify, it's because players don't need to play in that many games because there's too many games. I mean, that's the problem. That's the bigger problem.
Oh my God, we
That's
can't
the
do this
big-
again.
Well, that's
I know,
definitely
I
the
know.
bigger problem.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you why 58 of 82 qualifies. It's a low number.
It's a low number.
Come on, man.
Low number.
Well, there's something here. All right. We
Yeah.
like this. We like
Yeah.
this email. Okay, next one. Do you think Coach Mazzulla is onto something when he says Coach of the Year is a stupid award? This is what he said. We're not making this up. Pop only has 3. Phil Jackson just 1. Spoelstra has none. Talking about Coach of the Years here. Maybe it should be rebranded as the most surprising team award. I bet Victor Solomon could design something cool for that. Hell yeah, he could. He'd put something in the middle of a glass vase. That's from Chief in Massachusetts. Chief, this is a really good question.
Hey, thanks, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, Chief, as always, sending in questions. But yeah, what do you think of Mazzulla, TK saying Coach of the Year, stupid award, and then what Chief is saying? Rebranded, I guess.
The most surprising team award. Put like a Kevin from Home Alone face in there. Oh, I can't believe they did it. Victor Solomon, you did it again. Joe Mazzulla, I do think is a really good coach, and he wants his players to get the shine. So he's basically saying it's not me who's making every good player good. I do notice that Aaron Nesmith played in the Brad Stevens, Ime Udoka era. Once we get to the Mazzulla era, that's when all the role players turn awesome. Joe's a great coach, and he wants all the focus on his players, and he's completely right. He's spitting. There's 10 nominees for Coach of the Year
Yeah, there is.
every single year. And Chief is right as well. It is the most surprising team award, which is why all of these Coach of the Year winners eventually get fired because you exceed your expectations one year, you get Coach of the Year, and then maybe you have a little bit of a fall off back to somewhere in between those two levels, expectations and where you actually ended up. It looks bad because you went so much further than you were supposed to. Every Coach of the Year from 2018 to 2023 has been fired. Also, same in the NFL. Can't believe that.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want to win this award.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he's dissing it. He's like, I want to keep my job.
Smart.
I got enough time to watch The Town 4 times a week. I can wrestle and do jujitsu anytime I want to.
Yeah, that is
And I
he's
coach a
playing
good
3D
team.
chess
Yeah,
right
he's like,
there. He's like, no, I do
"Don't give it
not
to
win
me."
this stupid award. I never want this thing because I'll get fired. Yeah, that's smart. Your thoughts?
I totally agree. I think we should split the award. Like there should be 2 awards, 2 coach awards. Most outstanding coach. That would be somebody high in the standings, like a Dagnott, that type of thing. And then the coach story of the year. That's the one for Victor Solomon to make. You know, how are you going to make that trophy? So that's what this award often goes to, as we're saying. What's the best surprising winner? So yeah, I think it could be split. We've seen other leagues do that. Like in the NHL, we got a Hart, the most MVP, and then the scoring, Art Ross. So I mean, it could be split. It could be split.
Okay. I mean,
think
it
we
is
could
a
have
funny award. Like, you cannot win it back to back.
No chance.
You cannot be the coach of the year and then also remain coach of the year and win it again. Like, I'm not sure it's ever happened
Yeah,
in the history of the award.
stories
where
are
we've
never
had-
good enough.
No,
2
I don't
years in
think
a
it
row.
has. I don't think it has. I mean, yeah, because it's the narrative part
Yeah.
that comes into play. So just rebrand it, and that is music to Victor Solomon's ears. It's like, whoa, another one? I'll do that. Good stuff, Chief.
So his award that he's already designed for Coach of the Year, what is it? It's the
Well, it looks like a G.I. Joe guy in a vase.
Is that what it is?
Might
Just
be
standard?
Well, they all look the same, don't
yeah.
they? Besides the MVP. That's the only one that's like a little bit different.
Yeah. Okay. This the Red Auerbach Trophy. What is that for?
That's Coach of the Year.
That is Coach of the
Yeah,
Year.
yeah.
It's him sitting on a bench in a vase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and by the way, that was one of the cooler trophies we did have.
You like the way he's sitting?
Well, some of these were good. Like I actually,
It was Red sitting on a bench.
Yeah. It
on
was
a
awesome.
piece of wood.
Defensive Player of the Year looked awesome.
It did
It was
look
like a
good.
big sort of dude like in a crouch, right? These ones suck. I've talked about this. These are garbage. I don't even like the new MVP one. I think the old one looked cooler, personally.
That was a great one.
That's just me.
Okay, next question here.
Victor Solomon. Fuck Victor Solomon.
You hate this guy.
I hate him. I hate him. I'm going to draw something better when I do that pick and pay off. My art is going to be better than anything Victor Solomon's ever done.
Maybe that's what you should
Yeah.
paint. You have to paint a new trophy.
Exactly.
Paint a guy
Now
holding
the
a new
pressure's
trophy.
on. God, it'll be
You
like
can do it.
garbage.
I would lower it. I mean, like I said, lower the benchmark here. If you do a coach one, it doesn't have to be all that great. You know, it's like a Coach of the Year award. I'm just saying, when you're painting a Coach of the Year award
Yeah.
trophy, I don't think expectations are extremely high because it's a
No.
coach.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So there, you lower the bar.
But our biggest issue with these Solomon trophies were they were all look the same. You can't even barely tell the difference. You got to squint to see what the hell's in the thing. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Sure. Next one. On Monday night, Dwight Powell set the record for most points scored in a game without attempting a field goal. He had 9 points and 0 field goals attempted.
Attempted. Wow.
How does he do it? He also has the second most games shooting 100% from the field over the last 10 seasons. DeAndre Jordan is first. Okay. Who are some random players that hold crazy records? That's from D-Bob. Thank you, D-Bob.
D-Bob.
Crazy name for a crazy record email. What we got here?
I got a good one, I think. Do you guys know the 3 players who have a 3-way tie to hold this record for most consecutive 3-point field goals made? So over multiple games without missing a 3. The last one to happen in 2019-20 season. So not that long ago, but it's a hell of a pull if you get it. And, and then the other 2 are like more like 90s guys.
Okay, so it's multiple games, so you could go 1 for 1 10 different times. You know, something like that.
Yeah, most of them were like, in the first game, maybe even if they missed their first 3, it doesn't matter. Like they ended the game hitting 4 or 5, and then in the next game went, let's say 5 for 5, and then in the last game, kept the streak going until they eventually missed.
You said it would be a heck of a pull from a 1920 guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think it's a very. I think
that's
these
the
3
fun
names,
thing.
you all know these names, but it's like this is why I think this is a good answer for this very random question.
I mean, I really want to say Randy Foy. I just want to say it.
Thanks for saying it.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying it.
Not
Is he
him.
playing in 1920?
I don't know.
No, I don't think
Oh, I just realized this guy from in 2019-20 doesn't play in the league this year. Oh,
Okay. Well,
That's
a good
surprising to me.
hint.
I sort of thought he was on a roster, but he's not.
Okay.
He's on a
so a
basketball
decent enough player.
He just signed abroad. Is it Jake Cole? No.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you a hint on his name. Got a great name. Like
Okay.
only guy with this first name in NBA history, and think protein.
Think protein. Think protein.
Yeah.
Powder?
Lentils? Chickpeas?
No, protein. This is a very common
Protein
thing.
powder.
Close. Keep talking it out.
Protein macros.
No. More like
this.
what do you put powder into something usually to make
Protein
this?
shake.
Milton.
Milton.
Nice one.
Shake Milton.
Shake Milton.
13 consecutive 3-pointers without a miss.
Great.
He did it in February 2020. So
That's it?
he went
I think
4
it'd be
for
more than
6.
13.
No, 13's a lot, man. 4 for 6 against the Cavs. So he obviously missed a couple and then hit a bunch.
Yeah.
5 for 5 against the Knicks in that second game. And then he started 4 for 4 against the Clippers before he missed his 5th attempt. He tied the record, like I said, 13 consecutive 3-pointers made with 2 other guys. One is okay, let's just play the trivia here. One is a brother of an all-star guard, but like a much lesser known brother. 90s guy.
Mark Price brother.
Here you go.
Brent.
Price.
I was literally thinking
Nice
about
pull.
Mark. I was thinking about Mark Price as the answer.
Okay.
But
No, it was
That would be a good
Brett
answer, too.
who did it for the Washington Bullets
Great.
in January 96. And then later that year in December 96, different season, of course, this guy also tied it. He played for the Pistons. He was a bigger guy, like as a 3-point shooter, maybe a little ahead of his time now that I think about it.
Pistons stretch big, huh?
Yeah, he also played a long time for the Pistons. He played for the Heat at the end of his career. Played for the Pacers, but you don't remember that. He played for the Nets before the Pistons. He was 6'10". Yeah, he was
Chris
a power.
Morris.
No,
Nice guess.
this guy's from Michigan. Went to Michigan. There's a nice hint for you. Go blue.
Terry Mills.
Yeah, nice pull, man.
Nice.
Nice pull.
Very nice.
So how about that? Brent Price, Terry Mills, and Shake Milton have that record.
That's a weird crew.
13 consecutive 3-pointers made. Will we see that broken
Yeah.
in our time doing
Yeah.
this show? You say that with confidence, man.
I could be wrong. I thought it would be higher than 13, so
I know.
don't believe
you
me.
sort of would think so.
Yeah, just a guy, that's all he does. That's his job. Jason Capono.
job.
Hey,
you know,
man.
like somebody could have just stroked 20 in a row, I would think, but I guess not.
Hey, I hope we see it. We'll probably see it. When we see it, here's my addition to your prediction that we're going to see it broken. It'll happen over 2 games, not 3.
Okay.
Someone will go 9 for 9, and then they'll start the next game by,
5 for
hitting 5.
Yeah, sure.
That's how it will go down.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Give me Jamal Murray.
Sure. Sounds too good to pull it off.
Yeah, I know. Because, you're right. Maybe you got to be a lesser known player,
You do.
sort of like just a spot up shooter.
Catch and shoot. Reed's not far off. Reed Shepard not far off. I mean, he was 7 for 9. I'm sorry. He was not 7 for 9. He hit 9 yesterday. 9 for 11. 9. Anyway, it's got to be a catch and shoot guy.
Okay, any other answers to this? Random players that do hold, crazy records.
Cal Bodler is the only modern NBA player to have 7 fouls in a game.
Wow.
How do you do it?
Scorekeeper messed up. Didn't realize he fouled out, and then he got another foul. So it says 7 in the box score. Happened in 1999. Just a Cal Bodler fact for you.
Wow.
I saw him playing pickleball once, JD. Yeah, he lives around here.
He does.
He does. I've seen him at the Hawks game too. Just had 2 random run-ins with Cal Bodler. But at that time, I didn't know that he had 7 fouls in a game once. Too bad.
So I saw him at the Bodler alley playing Cal Bodler. Cal Bodler.
I don't remember this guy at all. I mean, why would I?
No.
But
He's Irish American. JD. You can be his bud.
You might see him on the courts. And now you got 2
JD,
factoids.
he's 49. I mean, he'd be playing in your leagues, man.
I'm Googling him now.
So he played with the Hawks.
Googling
Yeah.
him now.
He played 3 seasons with the Hawks,
Oh, that's why he
but not a lot.
lives here, I suppose.
Good one. 7 fouls.
Drafted.
Probably
Sure.
won't be beaten.
Drafted 17th. Mine is the fact that there are only 3 players in NBA history to have 0 points and 20 rebound games. And Dennis Rodman,
Rodman,
is
yeah. Yep.
7 of them. So he's got 7 performances, 0 and 20. And then the history of the NBA, there's only been 3 more games that's ever happened.
Can we get any of them?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to say Rudy Gobert, but I don't think so.
No. One guy you'd think is too good.
Dikembe, Alonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing.
That type of guy, but no.
Okay.
A guy who won Defensive Player of the Year.
Ben Wallace.
No.
Oh,
but it's good.
I'm
He
surprised
got close. He got close.
Okay.
Yeah. But not a guy you think of as just a rebounding machine, but he was a shot blocking machine.
Mark Eaton?
No, but he's got Mark in his name.
Mark Williams?
It's not his first name's not Mark, but there's a Mark in that first name.
Marcus Camby.
Correct.
Right. Well, that's good. Yeah,
That's a weird one. That is a weird one.
Yeah, he's had 2, and then the other guy, he is a classic, like sort of he wasn't 90s, but that type of, he's later on.
Late 80s?
No, he's in the 2010s.
Chuck
But
Hayes?
that type of guy not that guy. He is, okay.
Kenneth Faried?
Okay, this is an inside joke, inside information. He's the favorite player of a blogger in our realm. Now that's a deep cut.
Darko Milicic?
No, but he's a classic, just rebounder type of guy. Okay. He's the favorite player
of someone we know in the blogosphere. Is that what you're sort of saying?
Yeah.
Reggie Evans?
Correct.
Nice. How's he like his pizza, baby?
Yeah.
Barbecue pizza. Yeah.
Donovan Clingan
Great
actually got close. 0 points, 19 rebounds in his rookie year.
Okay.
Omer Ashik also did it. But there's only been 10.
And
in history of the league.
7 times.
7 times. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's awesome.
And only 3
I'm actually surprised Ben Wallace isn't on that.
Yeah,
that's
he
a
is
little shocking.
very close.
Yeah.
I think it may have been a 19 or 18er, but yeah.
Good stuff. Final one. Let's get in here. We skipped over this one last time we were on the beach because we were running long, but let's do it now. Growing up in Boston, I would always record the Celtics games that were on at 10 p.m. Eastern and then try to avoid hearing about the score all day. There was one time my buddies were talking about it at lunch, and I told them, just stop. I thought this one guy made up an ending where a completely broken play turned into Portland's Evan Turner hitting a corner 3 at the buzzer to win the game. I got home and watched the entire thing, even though I kind of knew the ending, but I didn't quite believe it. What's something you kind of know how it's going to end, but you watch it anyways? Thanks. That's from Jared Daigle. Go ahead, TK.
James Bond movies and their spiritual successors, the Mission Impossible and Fast and Furious franchises. They're going to save the world. They're going to get the girl. But guess what? It's still fun along the way, isn't it? The quips,
Yeah.
the technology, the cars.
Vroom, vroom, baby.
Vroom, vroom. You know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
But who cares? Turn it on.
Yep.
They've made 1,000 James Bond movies. The structure is all the same.
Yeah.
They're all fun.
They're all great.
Yeah, I'm a movie guy too. This came up recently because I forget the moment. Oh, because we were talking about composting, worm composting. Trey, you said we got worms, which was I got worms. The Dumb and Dumber part where Jim Carrey says if you remember, he's starting a worm company, a worm business.
Yeah.
Pet store. Yeah. Dumb and Dumber is my answer. I literally will watch it till the absolute end.
Great ending, too, to that movie.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
The town's back that way.
God, I laugh every time of that.
That is good.
Okay. And JD, jump in if you have an answer, but while you think of one if you want. I have 2. I mean, look, I do this all the time with basketball games. Like late night games that I don't get to that night and we're going to talk about. I'll know the score. And it's like, sometimes it's even more fun, dare I say. It is. I'm telling you. Like,
how does this happen?
Yeah. And you're like, what? What the hell goes on here for Team X to pull this off? So for sure, basketball games I've done it with before. And then my other one is Survivor. Old seasons of Survivor. So like I was a Survivor fan like everybody was when it first started. And then, it was like, doing crazy ratings for the first couple. And then like most people, I sort of fell off in watching them like live at the time. But this is now like decades ago. But then I got really back into it and I was like, I'm just going to start watching all these old seasons of Survivor that I didn't watch like when they were live. But I knew most of the time who won the season. So that was sort of fun too. I was like, let's see what the edit is. Let's see how we get there. Where are the little tells, stuff like that. So a couple seasons at least I knew who won. still watched them and still enjoyed the hell out of it.
There we go.
Yeah. But JD, you got anything for this?
I mean, I guess that's not my camera. My camera is
all right.
here.
Check out this beautiful shot.
There we go.
We saw a wicked
Okay.
pan.
Wow. Wow.
You saw too much there. It's movies as well, but books that I've read that are movies, you know.
Okay.
I mean, you already know the ending most of the time.
Sure.
Sometimes they change it up, but yeah. I'm reading Dune Messiah right now. Dune 3 is coming out. It's gonna be the same. I'll probably read Children of Dune too, just because.
Why not?
When's Dune 3 coming out?
December.
Oh,
Christmas.
okay. And is it still coming out with Doomsday, or is that not happening? They might be moving it around.
Well, it's the Dune's got all the IMAX.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now Marvel's got all the Dolbys and everything else. So
Wow.
they're playing the chess right now.
Yeah.
Format
it's a
chess.
chicken. Yeah, format chess. So we'll see.
Okay. Good answer.
Great answer.
Great questions. One of my favorite batches, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Jared Dagg. I believe you pronounced his last name. The last
Yeah.
question there.
I said Daigle.
Yeah. Do you remember Alexandra Dagg?
Yeah.
His
Hockey player?
number
Yeah,
one
he was a
draft
hockey
pick.
player. Yeah, that's
Didn't
right.
work out.
No.
He didn't work
So
out.
you think it's just Dag?
Well, yeah.
Just drop the LE.
I'm not a great French speaker, but it wasn't Daigle, that's for sure.
Okay.
But I used to remember it, unfortunately, by calling him Alexandre Daigle, the toasted bagel. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Was he number 0?
No.
Because he couldn't score.
Yeah, he was a 0 on
Another
the board.
bagel for Daigle.
Was that a Sens pick?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow. Damn. That was in my brain somewhere. I can picture who you're talking about.
Yeah, it was early 90s.
Didn't know how to say his name.
He was a lefty. Didn't work out.
Oh, yeah. It's bad when they mention that you are a draft bust in the first paragraph of your Wikipedia entry.
Yikes.
Not good.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, his quote was, "I'm glad I got drafted first because no one remembers number 2," but then it didn't work out.
Pat Falloon.
Was it number 2?
Yeah, I remember number 2 because his name was Pat Falloon. I think he was.
Name. Yeah. Oh,
Sharks.
okay.
Not this draft.
No, I didn't say this draft. I didn't say this draft. He just said no one remembers number 2. I do. Pat Falloon.
It's a great name. Double L, double O,
The
Falloon
weirdest
too.
hockey little nuggets I have in my brain. It doesn't make any sense.
All right. Apparently, though, in this draft, the number 2 draft pick was Chris Pronger, who became
Oh.
a Hall of Famer.
He
Chris
was
Pronger,
awesome.
he may have played in Stratford, Ontario.
People remember him.
I think he did. That's my hometown. I think he did. See, now I'm like saying things and I'm like, I have like
I think he did,
80%
yeah.
confidence in the things I'm saying.
He played with the Culletons.
Yeah, baby, Stratford Culletons. Man, I probably saw Chris Pronger play.
One of his defense partners was Greg DeVries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking
He played in your hometown.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he played in Ryan Rusilla's hometown of the Hartford Whalers too, I think. Is that Ryan Rusilla's hometown? It's from Connecticut. I mean,
I think. Yeah. Have you tried his wine yet?
no. Is it good?
I don't know. I'm going to order some first leaf after this. Okay, well, bye. Well, bye. Well, boy of the night, sponsored by the Buffs On podcast.
What?
Buffs On is your weekly dose of everything Pistons from 2 Killian truthers, a Greg Monroe fan, and one time, Kim English is the next Chris Middleton believer. This sounds like a Pistons Sickos podcast, man. Buffs On. Not no buffs. Buffs On. That's great. Also, want to give a little love to the stream teamers, Medic B, who this morning here, before we went live, wanted to give a shout out with a little mini sponsorship here to everyone working over the holiday weekend. So I thought that was nice. So Buffs On, salute to you. Going to check out your podcast, and Medic B there for helping your boys out here, sponsoring Wowboy. It goes to Wembanyama. Goes to the alien. 41 points. 16 of 22 from the floor. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 18 boards, 3 dimes, 3 blocks. Not a turnover or a personal foul in 29 minutes. He's doing all of
Pretty
this in
good.
29 minutes. Yeah. Pretty good, this guy. He's going to win some MVPs. Maybe not this year, but moving forward, probably will. No buffs. Not Buffs On, no buffs. Our Survivor recap podcast coming up later today, 1 p.m. Eastern. Got the whole gang back together. Nora will be joining us here as we break down the Blood Moon episode. 3 people voted out last night. during a little bit of a longer episode. So we got a lot to talk about. 1 p.m., No Buffs. Link in the show notes for here on No Dunks, but No Buffs, own YouTube feed, own podcast feed. Hell, you can watch No Buffs on Spotify if you want. Yeah. I think video's coming to Apple Podcasts as well. It might even be here because I hear Pablo Torre saying, go check out Apple to watch the show now.
It seems like it just got here.
Yeah. So you tell us, is this something you want No Dunks to be doing with Spotify or Apple? You want to watch the boys over there on those platforms? Or you want to be here on YouTube, in these YouTube streets?
Yeah, and then tell us how you do it.
Yeah, please, inform us. Well, what do you mean? We know how to do it. We do it with No Buffs.
Yeah,
the
but
Spotify.
Spotify, yeah.
Yeah, well.
I know how to do it with Spotify. I don't know how to do it with Apple.
Oh, well, that's Apple's brand new, baby. I mean,
I know.
For all I know, Pablo's got like a, what do you call it? Like, what am I trying to say? He gets like a go at it before the rest of us.
Like a
Yeah, I think The
launch,
Athletic has some sort of deal with them.
Oh.
Well, we know that. But the Schlecht was pitching the NBA Daily that it was going to be, there was a video,
They're
but
all
I
going-
can't figure it out. Like,
really?
I can't watch it.
Oh, you're telling me you can't figure out how to watch it? I thought you were talking about you can't figure out how to do it
Well,
yet for our
both.
show.
Yeah, I was a true dumbass in here.
You have to
I
update
opened-
your app first. Did you do that? Pablo said that. Pablo said,
to watch.
update your app.
What app? The podcast app?
Yes.
How do you do that?
What are you talking about, old man? You don't know how to update a fucking app.
Go to the store.
Jesus Christ.
The podcast app.
What? No, your apps.
All my apps.
Yes.
Or just a podcast app.
I have it on auto update.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Old man.
you got to manual it. You got to manual some things in life, man.
Yeah,
you literally
man.
got to go, hey, it's manual. It's like click to update. But as far as our platform goes, I was the dumbass who saw it last week. I opened up Omni. It's an Apple little pop-up thing came up.
Yeah.
And I literally was moving on, so I just closed it. But it was basically an alert to say, hey,
Oh.
you dumbass, this is how you do it. I think, anyway. But I closed it really fast, so I can tell you for sure. But yeah,
Maybe that's why it's
there's a
not
way.
working.
So then I go into every other browser, and I said, okay. I said to myself, you dumbass, why'd you close it? Then I go to another browser. It's not popping up. What the? I go to
I
another
had a-
browser. Oh, it's not popping up. What the? Browser probs.
I had a computer constipation with
Yeah.
grabbing the wedgie last night.
yeah.
What's going on?
What
you got
happened?
anti-video
Well,
blockage.
NBA.com, like, fuck off with the cookies and all this. It's all the cookies.
I've been offered a lot of cookies
I'm tired
already.
of clearing it. I got to
all
clear it
the
every
cookies.
time, and that means I'm logged out of everything else. It's the biggest pain in the ass. It's something going on with it.
So you click record. Sorry to
No,
do
it's
this
not
to everybody
even the
out there.
record. It's like my league pass will not suddenly play.
Yeah.
It's so strange. I'm telling you, this is so weird. I log into NBA.com to watch the game, okay? I go click watch game. It goes error. It like is a scary looking error page, right?
Yeah, it's got a lot of characters.
So then I log out of NBA.com, then it works. How does that make sense?
It's about the cash.
I have to log
Player
in,
cache
doesn't work,
somehow.
log out, it starts playing, and then I can record the video. What?
Yeah, as much as I defend the NBA platform,
You can't.
sometimes it's not successful. I'm watching a basketball game. Everything is good. Then I click another game to watch. We're talking the first quarter, second quarter. It's not an odd time or anything. And it says, you're logged out. How? I was just watching a basketball game. How could I be logged out?
Do you think it's because we're all sharing the same account? It has crossed my mind.
Of course it
I'm
has.
like, oh,
yeah.
Trey's watching something, Tass is watching something. That's why it's not working.
That's why I'm always nervous to click resume game. They're off Tass's third quarter.
I think,
Where are you
I think we
at?
got to start talking about what game. Hey, where are you in this game? What are you watching right now? Hey, okay, I'll jump on 10 minutes later. I don't know.
Another dumb thing I'm convinced of is that when you're watching a stream of something that's like well viewed, like a lot of people are watching it, it makes your stream choppier because so many people are logging in. I doubt that's true.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right,
don't
right,
know. I
right,
wouldn't
right.
think
But
so.
I'm like, oh, NFC Championship game, a little grainy. A lot of people must be watching right now,
Yeah.
as if the grid can't possibly handle it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense. All right, well, look, got a nice couple
apps.
things off our chest there. Have a great time on the
Thank
beach,
you.
man.
Thank you
Enjoy
very
the
much.
silent disco if they have one.
I will be slapping. My
Good,
hand will
good.
come back bloody, I hope.
So you're back late next week, but we will be here, of course, for No Buffs, and then tomorrow, TK, JD, and myself for the Drop Podcast. Hope you join us live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
All right, thanks for joining us. And remember, Sorry, I gotta do a quick trivia. I'm in
no.
trivia
Let's
luck.
go,
We're gonna
go.
make it fast. We're gonna make it fast.
All right.
Okay. The late great Kobe Bryant went in to talk to the Oregon Ducks men's basketball team.
Okay.
Okay. Name the guys that you know of as NBA players. It was I think it was like a 2016 little speech.
2016. So
Approximately.
not Luke Ridnour.
We definitely said one of the guys' names today. Not Luke Ridnour. No. He's a good player.
So you're saying
He's
Kobe
Dylan
went.
Brooks?
Dylan Brooks is one of them. Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
We didn't say his name today, but another guy we said his name today.
From Oregon, Peyton Pritchard.
Correct.
Nice.
The third one is deep. It's deep, man.
Whoa.
You'll never
Another
get this. You'll never get. Well, he came into our Studio V, at NBA TV and stood in the back when they were doing sort of a
Okay, which
broadcaster
one of those
crossover
guys?
thing.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Jordan Bell.
No. He's sung the Greek national anthem once, probably. Now I know that's a pull, but he played for the Greek national team. He's a non-Greek that played for the Greek national team. That's why I'm saying
Joey
it.
Dorsey.
His brother.
Tyler Dorsey.
Dorsey.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice job, TK.
Hold on, I have to confirm. Is Joey Dorsey
He's
Tyler
saying-
Dorsey's brother? No.
Probably
No.
saying
Oh, they're not
the Greek
related?
national
No.
anthem.
No. Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
but
He played for the Greek national team.
it still does.
Greek duck.
Good for Tyler.
Cool story.
All right. What a show. What a way to end the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Embrace the day, people.